Oh, hello there. This is a weird hobby of mine. I like to visit universities. And preferably I like to visit universities and attend some lecture or seminar, some new ideas. There's something about a university campus that makes me feel happy, makes me feel at ease, makes me feel like the world is beautiful and filled with interesting ideas and interesting people. Which it is. It's just so much more obvious when you are at a good university campus. Who wouldn't love this place? Will universities always be here? Some people say you shouldn't send your kid to university right now. And personally I'm a little bit against university. But at the same time, it's a beautiful environment. You have somewhat intelligent human beings, young people gathered together in a bubble away from society. And when it's done right, I think it can be amazing. If you do university, for learning and exploring yourself and the world, that's amazing. But if you do university just, to get a job and check all the boxes, it's probably not worth it. You can just get a job and start making money without university. But if you enjoy exploration and learning, then university is still an amazing place to be. Look at all these people just walking around. You're just stumbling into each other, into new conversations, new ideas. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Look at these buildings as well. Amazing. Good to be here. So next I'm heading to this seminar for faculty. It's only for faculty members of Berkeley. But I thought I'm a visiting scholar from Helsinki, Finland, so they should let me in. And this subject happened to be one of the subjects I'm currently looking into, which is marketing. I tried to launch a few websites, products recently, and I came to the conclusion that marketing is the main issue. So I saw this session. It's some professor from Yale visiting. So I thought, let's go and see what they have to say. Hopefully they'll let me record a little bit so you get the vibe. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk this beautiful, beautiful campus, find the best library, do some reading, and let's enjoy. Look at this. Just mad. So I just came out of the seminar. We were 15 people, 3 men and 12 women, I guess. It was marketing, which is more female dominated. But in general, I've read that women do better in academics than men at the moment, for some reason. It was a little bit long, 1.5 hours. Academics a lot of the time want to say things in very complicated ways that could be said simply. But other than that, was fun. Now we're going to the library. Look at this. This is the paper you get, the daily Californian you get when you enter the university campus, and the main line is ADHD medication delays. Hang students out to dry. They sold out on their ADHD medication here. I wonder why. Amphetamines help you study, I guess. And everybody's got ADHD nowadays. But I think they are overrated. And normal caffeine works just as fine without the downsides. The main concept of a university was to further science. Let's make science move forward. We learn new things. As AI will do all the science quite soon, what will humans do? All these professors and scientists, they're trying to raise new scientists to further science, will be unnecessary. Because the AI will be at, developing cutting-edge mathematics, biology, physics. All these things will be much better than anything a human could produce. What's left then of university? You have the social aspect, which is nice. You have a lot of young people, intelligent people together. I think as science is not so interesting anymore, it becomes about becoming wise, becoming a better human being, learning how to live properly. This part of the university will become much more dominant. Self-development, developing good human beings. I always thought this was the most important part. In the end, these are the immortal questions of what it means to be a human. And they will become more and more a centerpiece, because you will always be human. No matter if the AI is serving you all your food and doing all your jobs, you will still have to deal with your mind, your body, human relationships, human, issues, social things. And they are not going anywhere anytime soon. And the school of life is hopefully a school where you learn and become more wise. Learn to govern yourself. Learn to be a better brother, father, sister, community member, family member. Now it will be just in the focus in a different way. And let me say, it's not now, but I feel like it's very soon. Within 10 years, we might have these self-improving AIs that are self-improving in every field, and going beyond what humans can do. Kind of like in chess, you see. You saw a self-improving chess computer beating humans at chess easily. So once we get this self-improvement loop in a more general sense, it's game over for human beings being, productive. On one hand, I'm super excited and optimistic, and I can also see a lot of depression coming out of this. Many people get their value as human beings from being productive. I become a better person so that I can help those around me. But what if anyone around me, nobody needs my help? Nobody needs assistance anymore, because we all have robots and AIs to solve every problem. Everything is handed to you on a silver platter. Why would you need to be there? This, I think, will be a difficult shift for me and for many people. What happens when the AI is doing everything, solving every problem? That's a big source of meaning for us human beings, that we struggle and we improve and we enjoy things because we struggle for them. But what if they're all giving to you straight away? Will we enjoy them the same way? We could all go now to the stadium here and give American football to me, and I'll run and do a touchdown without any opponents. Is that nice? No, we want to see the opponents, the struggle, the force. It has to be difficult, it can't be too easy. So when everything is handed to you on a silver platter, it will be too easy. And I'm not sure if that will be motivating for many people. But it's also hard to say what will happen. It might be a society of Buddhas, where anyone who wants can be enlightened, can be wise, can be in physical perfect shape. You just ask the AI and it makes it so. What society will that be like? A society without suffering? Is it heaven or is it hell? Good question. A society without any suffering at all. Is it heaven or is it hell? Where everything is handed to you on a silver platter. Is it heaven or is it hell? I think we humans have a capacity to create, problems for ourselves, because we enjoy them. So I hope we do. And at least it will be interesting for us who we lived in this society as it is now, which includes suffering and struggle. So when it all is taken away, we kind of appreciate a society without that suffering. Maybe. We've seen both sides. Should you send your children to university? That's a question I hear a lot. Many people saying that they don't know what their kids should be doing. I think yes. But with the caveat that you should send them there to explore. If they are interested, if they are curious people to explore, I think it can be a good environment. But the basic funnel of, hey, do these courses X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, and then you graduate, you get your degree, and then you get the job, and then you take the next steps, and you get the fucking consultancy, and then you go to this job. It's all a ladder for what? A ladder for landing a good job and a better job and a better job until you're in the dead. This is not the way to attend university. I think you should attend university because you are genuinely interested in something. And it's okay not to know, but if you are curious, you should come to a university and explore. Now you can explore without the university, you can just talk to the AI, of course, but you could, in my mind, explore in a university, also explore your social dynamics of being with people, the students, kind of a society of sorts, which is also useful. But this type, I don't know what it costs to come and attend like a university like this. It's probably not worth that massive cost. You should go to a university which is free. Travel to Finland or go to Europe, or there's many places where you have great universities, and for free. They are subsidized by the government. You shouldn't be paying out of pocket your whole life to attend. And maybe university isn't for so many people in the end. Not everybody should go to university. Most people maybe... Yeah. The sun is setting and I'm heading home from Berkeley. I asked the AI and asked what's the most interesting lecture I can attend today at Berkeley. And it suggested some philosophy on Kant, which I attended. And it was a little bit... They're saying that Kant had this view of our mind, that there's two selves. There's the self of everyday experience, kind of the dance you experience, every thought and action. And then there's the dancer, which is this kind of the self, Eastern spirituality, the Atman, the consciousness, which is separate from the dance. And Kant came up with this idea because he wanted to reconcile free will. He felt that when we understood physics at that time, that the universe is deterministic. If we humans are deterministic, that feels like we have no free will, and how can you have morality if everything you do is just like billiard balls hitting and you can predict everything? There is no free will and there is no morality. So Kant was kind of afraid of that, so he created this second self, which is the higher self, which is outside of space and time. And that is the unmoved actor, which can act outside of determinism, an actor without a cause. And this woman was presenting this idea. This room was filled with older men. This one, I'd say, like 80% men, and the average age was much higher. I'd say it was an interesting lecture. I don't agree with this concept of a second self. I feel the universe is probably deterministic, and we are part of it. We are just this dance, but we can still have a model of free will. Even if you look at the atoms, there is probably no free will. You can still have the model to make sense of reality. I don't see that as a big problem. But anyway, I had a great day here at UC Berkeley, and I still have. It's time now, it's 5:20, and I will take I'm heading back to San Francisco now. In summary, something I noticed in this, when a lot of older men in this philosophy lecture, when I was talking to them, and I've noticed it before in academic circles, there's a big sense of who's who. It's a big status game. Like, are you a professor? Are you a student? Are you something in between? And there's a kind of status game. Like, who's the big dog? And if you're not qualified, you shouldn't partake in certain discussions. When I entered discussions with some of these philosophy professors, they were very, they kind of turned their backs on you. Like, no, you're not. This is not interesting, which is sad. But this is the problem with academia. I think it's a big status game. You have these people who are reviewing each other's papers and gatekeeping who can get grants. So it's all kind of how popular are you in that game. Not the merits of your ideas, but rather the merits of your academic CV. But also I found a few older professors who were really open to talk, which I enjoyed, more open-minded and capability to listen. So yeah, it's like that with human beings. But hey, thanks for following me along on my day here in UC Berkeley. I didn't film so much, but this is a new concept. I travel a lot around the world, so I think I could do more of these videos of interesting places I go to, and maybe I should do more interviews with people. I feel like nobody wants to listen to me talk all day, so I'll try to make some more interviews, because I enjoy talking with people. I didn't get that on camera, but I spoke with a lot of students and professors. Well, a lot, but somewhat. And that is kind of the magic that goes on film, and I should try to get more of that on film, perhaps. Anyway, have a good one.
Warning.